Okay, so with the rudimental ritual, I was saying that the first line, kind of establishes you, and then all of a sudden the second line is just a lot harder in my opinion. Rhythmically and sticking wise, those are the primary two reasons why it's a lot harder. But before I even worry about sticking or roughs at all, I'm just going to get the kind of main rhythmic idea going by. So we'll have, again, that's our foot pattern. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1. Sorry, my hi-hat pedal is still broken from the last video. So with this going as the constant, and 3, 4, and 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 4, 1, and 3, 4. So what's happening with that hand rhythm is it's essentially a 3/8 note idea that keeps recurring over and over every 3-note cycle. So again, it's like playing 2 of them and then resting 1. So all my snaps are the rest in the 3-note group. And there's a little quarter note resolution at the end, so it lines back up with the next 4-bar phrase. If that makes sense so far.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's again, I would just do that real slow, just get the rhythm established in your head before you try to add the sticking or the roughs to it. When you do eventually get to that, it'll end up being, you have a right, left, right, left. I'm sorry, let me start that again. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right. So what's happening sticking-wise is you're kind of like alternating with first you have a right hand rough and then a left hand rough.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that kind of idea where you're switching the starting rough each 2 notes that you play, again in that 3-note cycle. So that's kind of, again, a breakdown of that second line.
Mm-hmm.
But again, before any of that sticking rough stuff that you worry about, just get the rhythm with one hand. I think that's our first step. And again, I gave you a sheet that should show how that all lines up.
Right.
So feel free to look at that if it helps. And then, okay, in the third line, so I wrote it here, another way to think of it, because what's hard about this line is it's not as hard sticking-wise, or maybe not. It's a little bit more confusing rhythmically how it lines up with the feet, because you have these quarter note triplet brackets over still the straight 8th note. Bum, 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 bum. So another way to think of it is when you have 8th note triplets, 1, 2, if you break each of these triplet brackets that you see on the page into 6 8th note triplets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, you'll be playing notes on the 1st, 4th, and 5th of them. So now on the 5th one, what we're going to do is add a double on that 8th note, so it's going to be 16ths for that beat instead of just 8. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now what I'm going to do for that double, the second one of them, I'm going to put it on a bass drum instead, because that's going to be our and of 2 and and of 4 bass drum note from the foot pattern. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, and then 6. I forgot to also say 6 will be silent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3. So this is, again, the composite rhythm now, the poly rhythm, because it's a triplet thing over a straight 8th note thing in the beat. Bum, bum. And again, I'm not worrying about roughs or stickings yet. I'm just getting the rhythm first. When you do get this eventually, then you have the sticking. Again, an alternate halfway through. Right, left, left, left. Down, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. hopefully that
Yeah.
kind of explains.